Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? You already know it's Mr. Hood Love, Mikey B. Man, Bad Mikey edition. Today I'll be talking about, Eve James pulling up on Rosky doing the Clash of the Titans on 050 The Movement. I sent Eve James the link, if she available, she'll pull up. Also send it to some other people. If they're available, they'll pull up as well. You know what I'm saying? Smitty and others. If y'all available, pull up. So, so yesterday, we watching the Clash of the Titans. They got Rosky up here. He talking his talk. He going in as usual. And you know, he going in on everybody, talking his regular talk, going in, doing him. And I think it was a good live. It was a good live. Out of nowhere, Eve James pops up, literally knocking at his front door. So everybody else on the panel, they don't really know. She talking her talk. She like, come outside, come outside, come outside. He's on the live with her. He sees his door, so he knows where she's actively at. And he doesn't, he doesn't come outside. Yo, Mike Velez, what up? Yo, salute to everybody in the building. Nikki, you New York Nikki, baby. Thank you, appreciate you. She doesn't come outside. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rosky doesn't come outside. So Eve James is out there. She's talking her talk. Probably very aggravated about being trolled. And I feel her on that. It's just, I respond to sometimes, which I'm gonna get into. But so she outside his apartment building. She's screaming inside. She's saying it's real Johnson, saying his real name. Tell him to come downstairs. He don't, Scott Swizzy, what up? Rosky don't take the bait. Rosky don't take the bait. He don't come down. He's asking for guys to see if guys is downstairs. I guess he's not into, getting it in with girls or whatever. Probably commendable for that. So, but if you're not gonna get it in with no girls, then you really shouldn't be trolling them and talking reckless about them all over the internet. Just my take, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's grown men and women up here and they doing what they want to do. But just the word of a wise, if you don't want to get it in with women, then you shouldn't be up here, talking recklessly about them, and talking smack about them. I think that wasn't a wise decision on Rosky's part, because sooner or later, somebody's gonna call you out. And it's a lot of trolling going on, a lot of doxing going on. And his information is, readily available on the internet, and they used it. And she's not too far. She lives close to him in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I agree. I'm gonna get into that. Yo, on the code Nookie Baby Supreme, I agree. I'm gonna get into that. But they not, far from each other. They live like a few blocks from each other in the Bronx. I'm sure Queen Eve, she peeped where he lived at. She know, where he stay. Seen dudes pulling up on him. A lot of dudes pull up on him before. I think Bullets Gotti did it live. DGR. I think Wax AP. A few dudes that pulled up over there. I don't know. I'm just going to the top of the head. I'm not. But I know she's not the first person to pull up on Rosky at his residence. First and foremost, let me just give you my take on that. I think that whole situation was lose-lose for Rosky. It was a lose-lose situation for Rosky. So he ain't pop out. But, he at least could have just stuck his head out the door. He could at least looked out the door or something. You come to my house, I gotta come outside. I gotta, you know what I mean? You there, you at my house, throw a potato at you, an onion or something, you know what I'm saying? Oh no, I mean, I'm glad, it ended peacefully. Nobody got hurt or nothing like that. I'm not up here promoting that. I'm not promoting no violence. I wouldn't want to see that. So I'm glad everybody left that, that situation. Yeah, Mr. Limrock, I'm gonna get into that. But bro, that could have went ugly. That could have got ugly. That could have got ugly fast. Um, that could have went a whole different direction. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad it didn't get in. I'm glad it did. Yo, Wax Dog, what up? Like I said, I'm glad it didn't. It didn't go in another direction. It didn't get crazy like that. Um, I'm glad Rosky was smart enough to not take that bait. I'm glad he was smart enough not to take that bait and step out there. She said she had a few goons with her. Um, I don't think she's lying about that. Stepping in his block, I don't think she came dolo. She probably had some people backing her up. In the Bronx, she got grown sons, brothers, uncles, probably her man. Um, and they probably try to people talking reckless about their family member and trolling on their family member, and you live right up the block. You know what I'm saying? Um, that can get tricky when you available, when you around, when you right there. You know what I'm saying? That can get real tricky. People that might leave a situation like that alone. You right there. I gotta see you. They might want to like approach you, and that could get crazy. You know what I mean? Eve James definitely did it though. You know what I mean? But but I really think that Rosky was in a lose-lose situation with that. Um, I'm glad he ain't into putting his hands on women. That's commendable. But if he's not into that, he shouldn't be, up here on this internet talking crazy about women and their kids. I don't know who's going first. Even if somebody does that to me, I don't respond. With that type of stuff, I just don't do it. If you don't do something, then just because somebody else do it to you, that means you're supposed to do it back. If you're not into doing something, then you're supposed to stand firm in who you are. You know what I'm saying? People have done a lot of different things to me that I didn't respond to on the internet with the same things. So if Rosky's gonna take the stance like he doesn't, do anything to women, then I don't think he should be up on the internet, trolling women, talking about women, talking about their kids. Um, I don't think he should be doing that. I had a few women that try to antagonize me on the internet, but I never had an argument with a woman up here. I'm not into that. I'm not into that at all with women. Um, I'm really not into that with men at all. But I might argue and you know get into a little verbal wordplay with dudes up here sometimes. But I'm not. That's never going to happen with any women up here. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my style. Not how I was raised. Not what I'm into for my era. Yo, Bucks, what up? Salute. Yo, salute to everybody pulling up. Diamond Shoot. I see all y'all. Rafael Ortega, what up? But I just wasn't raised like that to be, disrespecting women, and doing that on the internet in a public setting, where that's like in stone, where you can't get it back. You know, like I said, even going back and forth with dudes is kind of goofy on the internet. But with a woman is like straight clown to me. For me to be doing that is some straight clown stuff to be arguing with a woman for years and years and months and trolling women on this internet. I'm definitely not into that at all. Zero. I don't promote that. I don't really. Yo, Bad Bob, salute. I don't really, I ain't into that at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really mess with dudes that be into that. You know what I'm saying? We old men, everybody's on their own time, but I don't really mess with dudes that's really on that time like that. Um, it ain't nothing, but you know, it get kind of tricky when you messing with dudes that's doing stuff like that because it becomes, people look at you like you into that as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, Rosky was smart though. I think Rosky was smart for not going over there. You know what I'm saying? I think Rosky was smart for not pulling up and popping out because it was a lose-lose situation. You see what I'm saying? If he did something to her if she had goons and he was dolo, they probably would have crunched him out there, and it probably would have got nasty. It would probably got ugly out there, and he might have took an L. You know what I'm saying? Um, if he was on another timing, you know, he went out there to that, and it was dudes out there, and they try to get at him. You know, he might have been in jail for some type of crime. You know what I'm saying? Um, if he engaged her and she didn't have dudes, and he did something to her, then he would look even worse because you beat up a girl. You know, and you went out. You didn't go out with DGR and all these other guys that popped out, but you went out there for a girl and did something to a girl. So I think that would have. I think he made the best. Rosky, I don't care what nobody say. Call him a sucker, call him a clown. But Rosky made the best decision he could when he didn't go out there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you already know, G-Matt. But I think Rosky made the best decision in that situation when he stayed in the house. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the best situation. The best thing he could have did um, was not engage that situation and not escalate that situation and go out there and you know, you know, got into a verbal altercation, or maybe a physical altercation with her in front of his house. So, you know, I done discussed things with Rosky. We don't have too much bad communication. He trolled me before up here on the internet, but you know, I don't care about these trolls. But I'm glad, he ain't go out there. You know what I'm saying? But just for argument's sake, he was supposed to at least, you on live already. He was supposed to at least look out the door. You were supposed to look out. He could have locked the door back. He could have closed the door. He could have ran on the elevator. You know what I'm saying? He could have ran up the elevator or something. He was supposed to at least look out the door. There's no way you at my house, at my crib, and I'm not going to come out at all. I'm just being honest. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I hear that. I'm being honest. You at my house, then, and but the pull-up game, let me tell y'all something. Let's talk about the pull-up game. Let's go into the pull-up game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That pull-up game can get tricky. Pulling up on people, YouTubers, stop it. Please stop it. We see what happened with, you know, R.I.P. Banger and Tax Stone. Uh, we see, you know, YouTubers are getting squashed out here. That's going to be messy. That's not going to end up well. That's not going to end up well for people, you heard? Let me get you up out of here, man. Yeah, that's not going to end up well at all with people doing that. That's not going to end up well with people, you know, pulling up on people um and trying to engage them over these arguments. In the past few years, I have seen people, you know, die over that. I know a couple of stories from Queens, from Syracuse, you know, of people pulling up and dying. Like they brought their sons. I seen fathers bring their sons to young kids because they know their sons get busy, and they bring them out there in the field and be like, all right, I'm gonna get my son. And dudes is like, all right, call him, watch what happened. And they calling their sons, and I seen their sons get killed. You see what I'm saying? I've seen their sons get killed, Gerard. So I think that's really not, you know, that's not a good idea to be just pulling up on people randomly like that. Um, anything can happen anything can happen, and it's not gonna always go your way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might think, yo, I'm gonna win this situation,
Why should I
and
say?
it's gonna go my way, but that ain't always the case. That ain't always the case. Word up. Word up. See ya. Please don't. If you got a wrench, yo, Shep, what up? Salute, family. What up? It was just Eric's birthday. We was all at Eric's house celebrating his birthday the other day, man. If y'all see somebody spam in the chat, please take them out. If y'all see people spamming in the chat and you got wrenches, please take them out. Oh man, you gotta give me your Bigo. You gotta tell me the whole Bigo hookup, DJ Shep, so I can share it and I can pull up on you over there, you heard? Yeah, B, but that pull up, if you're really not serious, you're really not serious about your life, you could really be, jeopardizing your freedom and your life and your safety, pulling up on people. Because if you try that and you pull up on the wrong person, it's going, it's gonna be nasty. Yo, Cuba, what's up? It's gonna get nasty. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think everybody on YouTube, you got YouTubers, and you got a lot of dudes up here on YouTube that's coming from different lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? You might think dudes um is soft. You might think dudes changed. Um, but you know, it's like saying a dude that like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson don't box no more, but you think he don't get busy no more? A lot of these dudes, you don't know what they really doing out in these streets. You don't really know how they living. You don't know how they thinking. You know what I'm saying? So pulling up on somebody's residence like that, uh, I think I think that's not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's smart at all. I don't think that's a wise decision to do with everybody. I don't think that is. You know what I'm saying? And just another perspective of Eve James. We can't let this overcome us. We can't let this thing beat us mentally because it's a mental game. They trolling you. This whole troll game is a mental game that they playing up here with people. You know what I'm saying? They trying to push your buttons. They trying to get you aggravated to do this stuff so they can have these fake viral moments. You heard? Yo, Stack Stone, salute. So they can have these fake viral moments. So you have to be aware and have the discipline to keep yourself in check. You got to check your emotions at the door when you come on the internet. Some guys up here is ghetto celebrities. Some of this stuff is going to be, when you're a celebrity, people going to talk about you. Everybody's not going to talk about you from a perspective that you're going to like. Everything you hear up here, you're not going to like. But when you're a celebrity, a ghetto celebrity, a regular celebrity, people are going to talk about you. So, once you become this public person, then you got to expect to get some of this trolls, to get some of this negative publicity. You see what I'm saying? Everything ain't gonna be positive. Imagine what the Michael Jacksons of the world. Look what P Diddy going through right now. Look at R. Kelly, what he went through. Look at all these other dudes. Jay-Z. They running these dudes. They names was good at one time. Now they running these dudes' names through the mud. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be very aware of holding myself and understand that, it's a mind game that they playing with this verbal abuse to try to get you out your character. So, they want this little rants and raves so they can make their views go up. Their little argument, their little YouTube beefs. Some of them don't run no real beef in real life. They just beefing on YouTube as like a profession. You see what I'm saying? This is a profession for some of them. They professional trolls. You got professional tongue wrestlers on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna always try to push your buttons and say the worst stuff. They're gonna always do that. You gotta be especially as a content creator, you gotta be in a mindset like, yo, let me stick to the script and stay to my money. Let me get to my content. Let me do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Let me continue doing that. Because it can get tricky fast. It can get tricky really fast. You know what I'm saying? For real, it can get tricky real fast. But a lot of people, a lot of us, especially people that's new to YouTube, that's new to the app, they're gonna let this stuff get to their head. They might feel like, yo, I'm this person, I'm this G, I'm this person, and they let everything go to their head, and the next thing you know, you in a bad situation. So we gotta think around these dudes, because these dudes is looking for a viral moment. They up here capping. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, Cuba. And that's what I'm saying, Cuba. I don't want nobody to crash out. I don't want to even see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to see that. You know what I mean? Um, if you came up here to get a bag and make your content and get to your money, or do whatever you do, get your name out there, be YouTube famous, I don't think that's the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Because if you pull up at the wrong house, you might be really, really famous. You heard? You might go, you might go viral straight to God. You you pull up at the wrong house. What if you might go viral to God? You know what I'm saying? You might be on T-shirts all over America. You heard? You might you might be on T-shirts all over America if you go to the wrong house. So I think salute to Queen Eve, but I think uh, don't let them get you frustrated. Don't let them get you where you ready to crash out. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was on King Tro on KT's channel early, and I was telling him, like, what if you bring your family or your kids somewhere to somebody's house and they do something and end up getting 25 to life? Everything is cameraed out. You on live. You on live. How much you gonna do on live? You know what I'm saying? What if you get your family members? What if you get your sons, your brother, your father, your husband, or your sister killed trying to pull up somewhere and pull up on somebody? You know what I'm saying? Those situations don't always, go the way we want. You heard? You can plan to do this when you get there, but that might not go your way. Son might be ready and on another level, on a different timing. You might be wanting to fight. You might be wanting to fight, and they ain't in a fighting. You see what I'm saying? You want to box, but they ain't into boxing. You heard? They don't know karate. They ain't good at fighting, but they good with them things. You see what I'm saying? They nice with them things. You know what I mean? These streets ain't fair. The streets ain't fair, yo. You fight good, I do this good. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't think that, I'm gonna come over here and this is how this thing is gonna go, because it's not always gonna go like that. And you might be playing, you might be on the internet just trolling and playing and trying to pull up and get you a viral moment, and they might be on real time, like you violating their crib. And some people, when you violate their home, you know they take that to the next level. They got kids in there. You don't know what's going on or how they thinking. You see what I'm saying? So that home, going to people's homes, bro, and doing stuff like that, that's dangerous, bro. That's really dangerous. That's what I'm saying. You know, people don't, they might not be, I'm just saying, everybody not into that and everybody's not going to have that. You see what I'm saying? And everybody's not going to have that. Y'all all on live. So y'all all going to jail. Y'all all going to jail. Yo, Sky, what up, Sky? Hey, yo, Sky, I want to talk to you one of these days. You got to pull up on me. Yo, Sky was my bunkie. Sky was Latin King. Sky used to have a red do-rag on. Yeah, that was in, yeah, Sky, we was in 5 Point in 2001, right? City was there with us. Thank you, baby. Yeah. Married life. Yeah, but yeah, Scott, hit me up on Instagram. Mikey be the author, man. Hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, man. Yeah, Scott was my bunkie in 5 Point, man. Latin King. Good dude, man. We was at Attica together too, Scott, in 2005. Yeah, that's a fact. But yeah. Nah, Southside Tony. Salute to Patty Irish. Patty Irish was ill. Patty Irish was ill, but a lot of those stories, you got to remember, a lot of these dudes is from the 80s. And by the time a lot of the guys y'all see on the internet came to the system, they had already put in their work and they was laid back. They was laid back for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Word up. They was laid back for the. Where you at in the Bronx, Scott? You in the Bronx or you in Manhattan? But yeah, I think that pull up thing, is tricky, you heard? That pull up thing is tricky, man. Yeah, hit that like button on the way in. Oh, all right, man. Hey. Oh yeah, Ian. Wow, I knew you was in. I knew it was Brooklyn. I thought it was Brooklyn. But yeah, man, that thing is tricky. You know what I'm saying? I respect her courage and the fact that she wanted to pull up. I just don't want her. I don't want to see nobody crashing out up here, especially people that got potential. We don't want to handle ourselves like our lives ain't worth nothing. Like our lives is worthless. Then we gonna always end up in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? We gonna always end up in a bad situation. But yeah, I think Rosky did the right thing on that. Not pulling up, not popping out. I think he did the right thing. Not only could have went bad. Me, I would at least looked out the house though. Looked out the window. They outside. I would at least came out the door. I'd have said, "Get out of here! Get off my block!" They would have washed Rosky up if he would have went down there. Rosky was like, "Nah, it's not happening. Not today, you." Rosky was like, "It's not happening. Not today. Maybe another day. Not today, you." I'm staying up here. I'm looking out the window. Rosky was like grandma in the window, you heard? What y'all doing down there? Get out of here before I call the police. Rosky, you call the cops? Rosky trolled on the internet. He said, yeah, the homie told me the cops was parked right in the corner. Rosky was like, hold up. Get out of here. What y'all doing down there in front of my house? I'd have threw mad water. They'd have been mad as hell down there, you heard? That would have been a Hassan Campbell situation. Potatoes, yeah, onions. The Bronx is good for that. Yo, the Bronx is good for that. The Bronx stay throwing stuff out the windows, you heard? The Bronx will bomb you for no reason, son. Eggs. The Bronx good for that, you heard? Yo, Hitler's my bro, you heard? Hitler's my guy. Hitler's still locked up, right? Yeah, Soho. Send my love to Hitler. Hitler's my guy. Hitler's my guy. But yo, listen. Radios, they've been throwing down old DVDs. Everything old in the apartment just going downstairs, you heard? The Bronx. I lived in the Bronx. A lot of people don't know. I lived in the Bronx. I lived all the way uptown, though. I lived in Co-op City, you heard? Hitler had got another 20 years? The BX is good. I lived in the Bronx, bro. I went to Truman. I lived in the Bronx. I went to Truman and I went to Evander, bro. Hitler just came home. I didn't even know Hitler was home. That's nasty. Yo, the BX is good for throwing stuff out the windows. What? Get close to one of them. Get in range. Get in range. You hear stuff, the trees. Oh, shit. They throwing stuff. Yo, you know, Keyway, salute, man. East Coast to the West Coast. You know what we do, man. You know how we do. Salute to my brother G'd up Queen Eve. Yo, the Bronx been out his mind. The Bronx been out his mind. Y'all trolling the Bronx. Y'all live in the Bronx. Y'all is bugging. I used to be on Gun Hill. I used to be on White Plains Road. I used to be all over that area. I used to be in the Valley. I used to be in Boston Seacorp. I used to be all over the Bronx when I was a kid, yo. I used to be all over the Bronx. The skate key was on White Plains Road, right there by Baychester. I used to be all over the Bronx, uptown. I used to be all over the Bronx, bro. Word up. They don't play though, man. I'm surprised nobody threw nothing down on Eve though. Eve got lucky. Nobody bombed her. The Bronx bombers? The Bronx be bombing out the windows. You see what they did to Hassan Campbell when he went over there early in the morning and was talking all that smack, you heard? Right. Skakey was right there. Right there by McDonald's was right there next to Skakey back in the days. Right there. The Skakey was right across from that projects right there. The Skakey was right across from that projects in the Bronx, bro. It's a projects right there on White Plains Road, right there. The Bronx bombers, they be bombing out the windows. The Bronx bomb out the windows off them terraces. The Bronx bomb. Yo, let me tell y'all a story. Listen. Me and my little brother was in the crib. The police seen me bombing in the Bronx. They came up to my terrace. I was a kid. Yo, we seen you throw something up the terrace. Word up. Was it me? Yo, listen, everybody throw stuff out the windows and off the roof, man. That's a fact, you heard? In the Bronx, they bombing. The Bronx is bombing. I'm surprised nobody bombed. They ain't bombed Queen E, bro. I'm surprised. And you screaming downstairs? Yo, yo, Nightmare, salute, what up? And you screaming? And you down there making mad noise, people trying to watch their shows, people trying to sleep, they definitely bombing. They definitely bombing by them hoods in the Bronx. The BX is crazy, man. The Bronx is crazy, you heard? The Bronx is hood. The Bronx, the Bronx is hood, bro. I lived in the Bronx, bro. The Bronx is hood, bro. White Plains Road and all that. You have mad Jamaicans up there. The Bronx is hood, bro. The Bronx is, they get nasty in the Bronx, bro. I lived in the Bronx in the 80s, bro. And everybody knew I was from Queens, bro. It was like, it, you already know, East 233rd. Yo, that big hill on East 233rd, Nightmare. I used to be surfing on my bike when I was a kid. I used to surf down that big hill on White Plains Road, all the way down East 233rd, all the way down to the strip club. Yonkers right there. You got Yonkers right there. White Plains is right there too. Yo, listen. Hey, yo, Monster Mo. Yo, salute to everybody in the building. Yo, I used to be in the Bronx. Yo, they knew I was from Queens. When the Bridges Over came out and that Bronx and Queens beef was going on, son, I keep it real, son. I used to have some fights. Then I used to be getting chased by like 20 dudes, you heard? I used to be like this. They used to be like, yo, Shorty from Queens is fast. We can't catch him, you heard? They used to be like, yo, he want to fight you. I'll be like, who, him right there? You heard? I'm out of here. Y'all trying to pull it off, you heard? Yo, G'd up quick, what up? Yo, they used to be chasing me around the Bronx like Kid and Play, you heard? Yo, G'd up quick. When I was in school in the Bronx, they used to be chasing me around like Kid and Play when I was a kid, you heard? On guard. I'm out of there, you heard? I beat a few of them up. I get a couple punches off, I'm out. Yo, come back here, shorty. Yo, come back. You gonna run? Hell yeah, I'm out of here. Hey, yo. Yo, they was knocking stuff over the Bronx too. You ain't gonna knock my little Queen's ass off out here. I'm out of here, you heard? Yo, word up. Yo, you can hear me? You can hear me? G up quick? Help your family learn to earn. Word up. They was on me. They was on my heels, you heard? They was on my heels in the Bronx, you heard? I wasn't going for none of that. I wasn't going for none of that as a kid, you heard? Yo, I wasn't going for none of that. I wasn't going for none of that as a kid, you heard? Yo, I wasn't going for none of that. Oh, y'all can hear myself. I see myself over there. You said what? I can't see what you're saying. What that say? Yo, listen, I'm keeping it thorough, you heard? I was out of there, you heard? Yo, they ran me out of summer school. They ran me out of Evander, you heard? I went to Evander for summer school. I was in summer school for like 2 days. I had a fight. They chased me like 15 deep. I was like, Grandma, summer school is over, you heard? No more summer school for me. I was in event of summer school for like 2 days, you heard? Yeah, I used to live in Co-op City. I used to live in Co-op City in Section 2. I used to live in Section 2 in Co-op City, you heard? I lived up there with my grandma. I got kicked out of all the schools in Queens, and they sent me to the Bronx. I couldn't go to no more schools in Queens, so I moved up there with my grandmother to the Bronx. I went to 180. I graduated. I went to Truman. I went to Truman, and I used to be in co-op. Yeah, I was in Section 2. My cousin lived in Section 4. I used to be beating mad dudes up for my cousin, a female. They was on my heels out there though. They was on my heels in the Bronx, you heard? The Valley was crazy. We was right there by Boston Secor, all that. Secor was right there. Gun Hill Road is right there. You know what I'm saying? White Plains. You had Section 5 had beef with everybody. Section 5 in the Valley was beefing. The Valley used to come to Co-op City. I knew the Valley. I was good in the Valley. I used to go in the Valley. I think that's called Van Halen Park right there. Van Halen Park in the Valley, right? I used to be in the Valley. I used to be on Gun Hill. I used to be on all that. Just had to watch some of them dudes. What y'all talking about up here? Yeah, man, but salute to Queen Eve, man. Salute to Queen Eve, man. She lucky they ain't throw nothing out the window out, you heard? Mad Jamaicans in the valley, you heard? Mad Jamaicans in the valley. What's this? Hey yo, man. Y'all gonna hit y'all back, man. I just got some spaghetti. I just got a special delivery of spaghetti. Thank you, wifey. Thank you, baby. Yo, I got some spaghetti, man. I ain't let my food get cold, Joe. We gonna get back to it. I talked to y'all about the Bronx. You know I used to live in the Bronx. Y'all know I be keeping it real. Listen, Mikey wasn't dumb when I was young, you heard? I was fast and not stupid, you heard? Sometimes you gotta use your feet, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad Queen Eve ain't crash out. I'm glad Rosky stayed up in the house and looked out the window at Queen Eve, you heard? I'm glad Rosky was in the window like grandma. Oh, they really down there. They really outside. Yo, Rosky was outside. He was looking out the window like, oh, they really outside. Hell yeah. Bring your ass down here. Yo, salute. Yo, salute to y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. This the whole love, Mikey B. Bad Mikey edition, you heard? Yo, salute. I'm about to eat this food, man. Yo, blessings to the people, man. Y'all stay safe. And don't go to nobody's house. And don't go to nobody's house. And if they come to your house deep, look out that window like Rosky. Don't go outside. Don't go out. Stay in that house. You're salute. You already know what it is. Stay your ass in that house. This shit, I can't even in. It won't even let me in it. And I'm looking at y'all on my MacBook. Look, I'm looking at y'all on my MacBook too. I can't even end the live. I don't even know how to end the live. Oh, this shit crazy. They like, nah, it's not happening. Eat the spaghetti. YouTube is like, you doing good. YouTube like, you doing a good show. Don't do it. Don't end it. My fingers ain't working. Yeah, my finger ain't working. Hold on. You know how it go? It don't work. You gotta moisten that thing on up. No freaky, you heard? Yo, YouTube is tripping. YouTube is all the way out of line. How this thing go off? Like, about to break this shit. About to break this phone. Hey, yo, I can't. That's my word on everything. I can't turn it off. Hold on.